Hey guys, and welcome back. So, the market has been marketing. Honestly, it's been such a phenomenal case of, in my opinion, it's between warm and hot, but it's gearing towards the hot market, and I absolutely adore every single bit, every single moment. I hate it when the market closes. Actually, I don't really hate it because it's still this post-market action, but I love every single second that's happening in the stock market. Even if I'm not taking a trade on the day, I'm on my desk reading the charts, planning for the future, because I know there's only going to be that one opportunity and that will skyrocket and it will make my entire year. So again, guys, always preparation beats talent. Preparation and being really present, I would say, beats anything that you could do. Like, no matter how talented you are at something, if you don't practice it every single day, there's someone out there that's going to beat you in this, right? This is where you need to really up your game. Get really present. Be there physically. It's not just about making money on the day, but it's also about monitoring how the price is doing. If there's a stock, for example, you've been monitoring for such a long time and you wanted to take a position in it, but you didn't, see how it's performing. So next time you can learn from that and not having to repeat that mistake again on why you missed it. Or for example, if there's one stock that you really had high hopes for and all of a sudden it plummets, then you need to ask yourself, what went wrong? What do I have to do so I can mitigate this in the future? So it all depends on you guys. Anyways, I digress. I'm going to give you a trade that I took very randomly called Sdot Group. I got that at $7 and it halted soon after. The minute it halted, I was like, hallelujah, I picked a gem. And it went ballistic. Guys, I would have loved to get it earlier, but unfortunately, it is not the type of market cap I actually trade. This is very smaller than my actual liking. I like any trade between 200 million market cap towards, 800 million market cap. That's why my sweet area. This was very tiny, and I just didn't want to take the risk with my capital. But then I kept seeing that it was forming higher lows. I was like, hold on a second. This might be something that I should be paying attention to. So this is what's happened, right? I saw it happen. Let's just look at the... And by the way, stocks aren't so clean as crypto. So don't expect that you would have a clean chart like crypto. It's not like that. You will find a lot of gaps. But what happened here is that we broke above the resistance around here. Okay, let me just draw that so you guys can see. We broke around resistance around here on the May 8th. The resistance was around $6.80. And then I saw a doji happen here and I was like, hold on a second, let me buy. And the minute I bought, it just literally flourished. It hit the very first area of resistance, which is over here, obviously. The reason why it's over here is because, guys, look where the consolidation happened in the previous months. Obviously, it's going to hit resistance over there, and it just crashed soon after. But, guys, something you have to know is that this is gearing up for another run. The reason I know this is because it didn't, when price came and retraced, it didn't break below that support. If it did, then that would have been my sign like, no, this is really weak. This is not how I think it is. Let me get out or let me reduce my size position. But for this occasion, it's not like that. What happened is that, again, let me reiterate. We saw a consolidation happening around here and a break through that resistance. Obviously, the price came down to retest the support. So immediately this became support. Let me line that as blue, so you guys can see. This became a support because obviously when we break out of resistance, guys, always resistance turns into support. Price came down, retested the support, and then it bounced off it. So I think this is really gearing up to be like a cup and handle pattern. And I really think the minute we excel or we exceed towards the $30 region, it's not a no-brainer to go to the next level of resistance, which is around here. I would say even $100, guys. Like, this is the whole thing around it is just showing that it's just higher highs, it's doing textbook TAs, holding its support, trying to break through resistance, failed the very first times, comes back, tries again. This is exactly textbook TA, technical analysis. This is exactly how price should act without manipulation. When there's no manipulation, this is exactly what the market should act like. So what we're seeing right now is that the moment we see that the price breaks above $30, guys, it's a no-brainer. It's a one shoot up towards the $100. And honestly, that is even the very first step of the stone. I just genuinely think that if it exceeds $200, it's going to go to 250, 300, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case is for this, it's looking really good. Now, if you have bought with me right here, then absolutely stay in it. Because obviously, again, retest, you're still up. So whatever happens, You didn't get stopped out. You didn't lose your position. So you're still in the position. You are in profit right now because right now it's sitting at $20 when you bought at 7. But if you're looking for a new entry, my suggestion would be wait until $30 is exceeded. Or what you can do instead is, if you're going to swing this, it really depends on your style of trading, right? If you're going to swing this, you're going to absolutely have to wait until $30. It breaks through that and it shows momentum to continue to go up higher. Then yeah, absolutely, by all means, hold that for multiple days, multiple weeks, and hopefully it's going to keep going up higher. However, there's a caveat here. If you're day trading or you're even scalp trading, you can hold for that. Look, for example, at 10 minutes time frame. You can literally still make money because this is looking like a bull flag. Look, I think we're going to run towards $30 either way. So from here, for this price, obviously, to $30 is a 50% run up. So even as a scalp trade, you can still make money. But it really depends on your capital size and it depends on your trading strategy. Now, if you're going to go in this coin, if you're going to go into the stock with $15,000, $20,000, you're absolutely bonkers because it's a nano stock. It's so tiny. But if you're going to go into this with $1,000, $2,000, yeah, by all means, because you're not going to lose as much as you think you will. And put a very tight stop loss. If you're entering anywhere at pre-market right now, which is around $20, put a very tight stop loss around, just give yourself a 10% risk area. So anywhere around $18, that's it. A good 9 to 10% risk. And then if you're right, it goes running towards a 60% margin. So just think of this, like this is playing in your favor, regardless of how you're going to look at it. The only thing you have to be very, very cautious about is because of how small and tiny this is. This can literally play against you if you've got a large capital size. That's why I tell everyone, all my students, guys, it's all about portfolio management. It's not about what chart to get into, what stock, and it's all about the market cycle when you get into it, because you can get into Amazon tomorrow and it dips on you. You can get into gold tomorrow and it can dip on you. You can get into Google tomorrow and it will dip on you. It's all about when you bought it, because the timing is absolutely critical, okay? But at the same time, you need to understand the market cap of this is very, very tiny. So what does that mean? The traders who are playing into this have all the control. If one of the players decide to give up and quit and walk away, that means it's a no-show and no game for the rest of us. So you have to adjust your portfolio size to reflect the market cap. Does that make sense? You have to adjust your market size or your capital size in this trade to reflect the market cap. Market cap for this one is quite tiny. I would even suggest that you go in with $2,000 at max. And then hopefully that will run towards 60%. So this is why I'm saying it's absolutely phenomenal if you can trade it, but be very, very cautious. You play around with your capital size, play around with your risk percentage, play around with how many days and how many hours or even how many minutes you want to hold it for. It's all entirely up to you, okay? So this is another one I've also traded last week. Now this one, I'm not so certain about if it's going to continue to go up higher or not. But I'll tell you what I like about it so much, that it's actually dipped and it's given me finally some sort of clean chart, I think. Some sort of clean chart. I don't know. I haven't really figured it out yet, but it's getting somewhere that it's a bit clean. And I know for a fact it's hitting at resistance right now. So it's at resistance right now. Any moment it gets above $5, $6, I would say, there's a good chance of run up towards $67. Probably first, it would have to go to $17 first, and then it would go to $38, and then it would give you a run up towards $66. So again, guys, let me just put this here, and then here. Like, either way, it looks phenomenal. But again, guys, this is a risky one because also it's a very small nano cap. It's a nano cap, means the huge volatility. So nano caps are, you know, one person can change the whole entire, you know, spectrum of the price. Like literally they have control, so they can push the price however they feel like. That's why you have to be mega, mega, mega careful. For me, if I was to trade this, again, the same thing. $2,000 here and there, that's all I need. But $2,000 here, if I'm right, it goes to 137 at the very first stage of resistance. It goes to 570% if I'm even right, and it will continue to have to see follow through. And then even if I'm right and righter, then it would go up to 1,200%. But if I'm wrong, what does this do? It would come down 60%, and then even lower, 80%. And if I'm even wrong, it would go down probably even to Neverland, where it's just going to die in dust. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, is that you can play it safe however you feel like it, but you gotta have to put, for these nano stacks, you have to be able to quickly sell within that day. That's why when I do give anything that's a small nano cap to the students, I always tell them in caps lock, this is the day trade, you must exit. You must exit within the day. I even give myself a space of 2-3 hours after market open. After market open, I buy a pre-market, and then after market open, I wait, see how it's acting. And if it's still in green, then I'll continue to hold a few extra hours before the market closes. But before the market closes, I am out. And the reason I want to be out is because I don't know what's going to happen post-market. I don't know if this is going to dump. Again, I'm not the biggest player. There are bigger players in the sea with me. Whereas if you're playing with a different market cap altogether, something is a big biotech that has a 1 billion market cap, you've got not only yourself to play against, you've got hundreds of you. So obviously there's a chance of you being saved by one of you. Do you understand? Like another buyer. Whereas this one, you can have only one buyer and 10 sellers. What are you going to do after that? So again, guys, a massive opportunity here. I can see it as clear as day, as long as it breaks above the $6 region. But again, you have to be so quick in taking profits, and absolutely so quick in cutting your losses when it goes against you. Cut your freaking loss. It's a day trade. Why are you being so loyal to it? Why are you being so scared to cut losses? Do not, and I repeat, do not hold onto a nano cap like this. Do not hold onto very extremely volatile assets hoping that it's going to recover. Just don't do it. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it right now. I've done all the mistakes under the sun, and I can definitely tell you this is one mistake if you're going to keep holding. Triller is one of them. If you keep holding and you don't know when it's going to happen, when the breakout is going to happen, you will literally find yourself eating shit. Let's just by all means say this. But anyways, again, put yourself at do not buy now if you haven't got a position open. Obviously, I bought earlier, was it $3? I think it was $3. But if it's not, you haven't entered at all, I would suggest wait until post-market, see how it reacts. If the price goes above $4, you can then re-enter and then hopefully make that one leg up move, and you can make money out of that, okay? That is for ILLR. I posted another free one for the public members. It's called Wshp, and I like it because I feel like this is going to be the next community shopping platform, and now they're actually scaling up a lot in the US. And this could be an early phase of I wouldn't call it Uber, but you remember when Uber when its baby phases? That's shaping up to be something similar to that, where it's becoming a shopping platform. And you know, when you have anything that is a community-based shopping platform, they scale faster. It's like I don't know if you guys know TikTok and shopping on TikTok, where you kind of engage with your customers, etc. That would be something similar to it. And the fact that they are US run, and the fact they're even listed on the NASDAQ, and the fact on top of that is that they're scaling massively in the US, that gives me more of a hopeful situation. This is going to be a runner. This is not a nano cap. This is 187 million market cap. So I can definitely tell you that you can multi-day trade this instead of having to sell within the day. Because obviously, guys, again, according to your market cap is how often you hold it for. If the market cap is very tiny, you hold it within few hours. If the market cap is 187 million, like this one, for example, you can hold it for a few days. If it's a billion market cap and above, you hold it for freaking months. You see what I mean? It all depends on your market cap. So when students ask me, oh, how long should I hold this for? Well, do your homework. What was the market cap for it? You would know your answer immediately. Anyways, I love this one because not only did it move in this year, which is a very good sign that it wasn't like 2025, it wasn't 2024, it wasn't 2023, it was 2026 when it started to move in April, and it gave us one solid candle, which was about 716% move, which was absolutely stunning. Imagine being in that. I was unfortunately not in this position. In this, I think it was April 2026. What was I trading at that time? I forgot completely. But anyways, then it came down and it retested the support. Came down to retest support. And obviously, this is caused by hype because everyone's getting into it. They're quite excited and blah, blah, blah. This is the real action. This is the real money. Because not now all the hypers have left. And this is telling you the true value of the asset. Because remember, guys, when you get one green candle and everyone's so excited about this, they're thinking, oh my God, this is a new stock. This is this. When it demolishes and it decimates people out of their positions, shakes everyone out, this usually falls about what? It fell, what, 90%, was it? 80%, 88%. It fell 88%. People who are picking this up are true believers of this stock, are true believers of the value proposition of Wshp. Because otherwise, there would be no common sense for it to be green if you didn't believe in it. Most of everyone that held through it would have been down 88%, brought back into zero again. So this is exactly what I said to people wanting to buy SpaceX. I said, you know, it's going to be listed on the market for $135. Wait for the hype to end, which it did. It went up to $200 and something. And then now it's scaled back. Now it's bringing it back to original value, which is $135. I say to everyone the same thing. Let the stock run first, because honestly, it always comes back. It's always the hype phase. It draws out. And then obviously the real market appears, the real investors, the real traders, the real people that are interested in that stock appear. And that's what's happening here. The real traders, the real stock market traders that really believe in the proposition of this are literally starting to buy. They're trying to invest. So if you're trading it. If you're investing in it. Anyways, I see a potential for this to run up to either to go back to $16 and even to go and hit the previous resistance of $22. Either way, I see a massive opportunity here because it's at the bottom for me. So this is how I think of it. It's at the bottom. The risk reward is favored towards you than against you. So either way, no matter, even if it doesn't see follow through, you're still going to be making money. Even if it doesn't feel, I can't speak English. Even if it doesn't see follow through above $15, okay, you're still from here to $15, you're still going to be making 100%. So it's either way, it's a win in my opinion. Either way, it's a win in my opinion. And I just got a message saying that this has also been listed on the Russell, I think it was the Russell 3000. I don't know what Russell there was. I think it was another exchange. Again, that's good signs. Good signs. Market cap is there. Price action is there. The evidence that they're scaling into the US and they're doing projects and blah, blah, blah is there, you know. Also, what was I going to say? Now that it's been listed to other exchanges, also is there. Read it as it is. Look at everything and put a story together, because you can't just be looking at one thing. You need to kind of diversify and look at everything and say, okay, this is how it looks like. This is how it's shaping up to be. Even if it's early phases, guys, I absolutely believe that this is going to be a runner. Okay. But yeah, this is my take. Again, the market cap of this is 187 million. I would say, yeah, you're more flexible to go to anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 or $2,000 to $7,000. But I wouldn't go anywhere above that, because it's still not within the 1 billion market cap or the 800 million market cap. So you can put in like 70K, 10K, 20K, 30K. You need to have bigger numbers of market cap in order to put more money in. This is going to be volatile because still it's 187. Yes, it's better than a nano stock, but still it's very, very volatile. So, you know, adjust your capital size accordingly. But yeah, those are my 3 stocks that I'm looking at today. There are plenty out there that I'm keeping my attention on. The other one I'm looking at, which is ABCL. I absolutely love this. Like, everything about this chart is an absolute winner. Absolute winner. When I look at this, I'm like, good Lord. Good Lord. Everything about this is gorgeous. Like, everything about this is gorgeous. Like, there's nothing else I could say. I don't want to gatekeep this. Bloody hell, I'm going to gatekeep. I'm not even going to speak about it. Blze. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Blze, I called it out when it was... I got in earlier. So I had that internal conviction yet. But I got in early before I recommended it to my students, just because I didn't know how it was going to go. But I had an internal intuition. I think it was around $5 that I got in. But anyways, it's 176%. It was just, and I knew this was going to happen in one candle, guys. I just knew it. I'm like, months of consolidation, actually not months, years of consolidation since 2022, consolidation ranging at the same area of resistance and support. And I was like, once this actually breaks through the resistance area, it's just going to keep flying. And it did exactly that. 170%, 176%. And I assume that it's going to keep going above even 40% and even more towards. This is going to be another AXT, guys. AXT, I called it when it was $2, $1.50. I got in it at multiple different areas. I got in at, I think it was like I'm trying to remember, $3, and then I got in again at $5, etc. But anyways, look at this. Very, very similar. 6,702%. Guys, I'm telling you, like, very similar to Blze. Like, look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, there's nothing, I'm not even going to speak much about this either. Anyways, guys, this is all from me. If you want more, if you want to be part of my trading stock page, and if you want to trade with me and you want to be on the same picks I'm getting on, and you want to trade exactly what I'm looking at, message me on Telegram as trades stocks. There's also a crypto page that I do, and also a stock page. It depending on the market action, I alternate between those two markets, the stocks and the crypto. If crypto is doing so well, I focus on that. If stocks are doing so well, I focus on that. Usually it happens to be that they're doing both phenomenally. So I do have like a good portion in each, so I can trade in and out of each stock and crypto tokens as I please. But again, guys, always focus on where the market money is. Making money is so crucial. So depending on which market it is, this is how you need to play your game as a trader, okay? Where there is volatility is where you need to go as a trader. That's first. Second of all, if you really want to become part of my stock VIP member and you want to do everything that I'm doing right now and get on those picks, message me on Telegram at AZ Trades Stocks, all in one word. I'll put the link below, and then hopefully we can discuss and speak from there. Ciao, ciao, and take care.